What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerdcast. It's time for a little bit more Long Dark. The Long and Dark. My name is Splattercat. Happy to have you here today as we continue our little Interloper playthrough. Really surprised, actually, by the reception to this series. Kind of an old game that doesn't have a whole lot of stuff going on right now. I mean, they just did the Wintermute Redux, I guess, so that probably explains a little piece of it. But really happy with the way people have been throwing themselves behind this series. I appreciate it, everybody. So welcome on back in. Right now we made it to Mystery Lake, my favoriteest map in the entire game, where we will be surviving from now on. There are a few little jobs that we need to get done today, but really nothing more than exploring the zone, killing some rabbits, curing some hides, and getting ready to go about our merry way. So really, now that we've found the location that we're going to be surviving in for the remainder of our playthrough, what you really want to do is start getting things together for smelting. Sorry. I'm going to be a little bit slow today. I'm coming off a flu right now. I had the flu all weekend, and it's Monday right now when I'm recording this, but I had the flu all weekend. And so anyways, if it sounds like I'm a little bit slow or I'm thinking a little bit hard about things that don't need to be thought hard about, just be aware that, like, I'm kind of in that phase right now where you're better. Like, I was getting better yesterday. Today I'm on that day where, like, I'm definitely feeling physically better, but, like, I'm coughing up a lot of stuff, you know what I mean? Like, my body's clearing itself out at this point. I figure the closest targets that we can hit, there's a hunting shack right there, and then we should also probably hit the train over here, the derailment. The derailment. See if there's anything good inside of here. Every now and again I find something good inside the derailment, but not frequently. Like, there's been a few times where I found, like, really good wool sweaters or something like that inside of there. But by and large, it's kind of one of those random locations that it's like 50-50. Sometimes you get something good, sometimes it's just big ol' goosey eggs. Let's watch out for wolves over here. This is a pretty popular wolf hangout. I'm not going to say that this is the wolf club, but if it isn't, it's something like it. I don't see any wolves around. I would love to get... There was another deer body over there, and I would love to loot that thing, but I don't know if I'm going to have that kind of luck today. Let's check this pack over here real fast. Pack, what you got for me? Nothing? Yeah, you see what I mean? Sometimes you get something good out of here, sometimes you don't. It's just so random. It's just so random. Don't forget, there's a dead body over here. There's also a medical box and a couple of other lootable things over here. If you're playing on stalker mode, this is actually one of the prime locations to get a rifle if you've been looking for one. This is where I tend to find it most frequently. Some tools. I don't think that that's that helpful. If you want to get up to the hunter's shack, the easiest way to do it is you can go all the way down along the edge and you can walk the ridge right there. Or the other way that I do it is I go up this way right here. And then you just kind of cut to the left. So you go all the way to the train, to the front door. You go up this little bluff right here and bam. A lot of this game, if you're wondering why I give you all these little navigation tricks and stuff like that, it's because navigation is actually one of the biggest problems in this game. Not to say that it's an issue with the game itself, but for a new player, navigation is going to lead to a lot of deaths for you. Your inability to find your way from point A to point B and not having metagame map knowledge is really going to kind of mess you up. I said metagame nap knowledge, but you know, now's not the time. It's not the time for a nap, Nerdcastle. It's not the time. I know we're after the Christmas season right now. We're still in the holidays. A lot of people have a lot of days off right now. And so it's always tempting to start sleeping when faced with situations like this. I know. I fall victim to it just like you fall victim to it. I have slept an inordinate amount of time the last couple of days, mostly due to illness. But I get it. Sometimes it's nice to just crash out and take a nap. Oh, we're freezing to death right now. Yeah, let's head up the hill then. Let's see if we can maybe settle ourselves up here. After we do this, we're going to pick this stuff up. We're going to drop it off back at the ski lodge, and then we're going to go to the hunter's lodge, which is way out there. This is a ranger station, actually. I called it a hunter's lodge earlier. This is the ranger station. There's a hunting lodge over there. We might be able to see it from here. I don't think that you can, though. It's, like, over that way. If you look at that little, like, crotch next to that hogback right there, pretty much, like, right down that way and to the right is where you're going to find that. But anyways, now is not the time for sitting and staring wistfully out over a frosty winter wonderland. Nay, now is the time for the climbing of hills, the saluting of Canadian flags. Ha, Canada, our home and sacred land. There we go. That's right. I kind of know the Canadian national anthem. Kind of. Ha, 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 ha. I know the tune, all right? I know the tune and like half the words. Mostly because of South Park. I'm just going to blame it on South Park. Let's go over to the right. Perfect. Sewing kit is helpful. Like, I always look down on sewing kits. Here's my problem, right? Here's my issue. Ooh, a magnifying lens. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. That's the stuff right there. Okay. So now we have a renewable fire source, another can opener, another book, another sewing kit, just in case you really, really, really wanted to sew some Discord. We could grab another pot, but frankly, I don't think we're going to need it. Like, it's always tempting to load up on a bunch of crap and just, like, keep it in your backpack. But the truth of the matter is, with a lot of this stuff, if you're not going to be actively using it, like, right now, I wouldn't worry about it too much. It's foggy. Beautiful. It's not that foggy, though. We'll be okay. Interesting. My cold meter seems to be very, very confused as to whether or not it wants -3 down or -2 down. I hope that it settles on -2, but I'm not going to hold my breath on that one, mostly because my breath capacity has gotten really, really bad. Now that I'm no longer on the swim team and I'm, like, no longer a runner, that's a mistake right there. Let's not do that. That's just begging for an ankle breaker right there. We'll go down the proper way for the moment. I'm kind of going to cut back the way that I'm supposed to. We're going to go down like this. If you ever need to go down like a slope in this game, you can utilize that trick right there where you kind of like tap on the D and A keys and you'll kind of slowly descend the side of a sheer mountain like so. It's not always going to work, but when it do, come on. Come on. There we go. Perfect. I'm like a billy goat, man. I can climb down anything in this game. I'm like a billy goat. Just remember this game follows Skyrim rules. And sometimes the collision and things like that on mountains do not actually function how real mountains work. Alright, you should be able to creep your way down the side of them. Use those Bethesda skills. Use those skills that Morrowind taught you. I believe in you. I have faith. Faith to faith. I guess it would be nice if I could walk your creekside. I know not every creekside. I fell down off a cliff. That was actually a much longer fall than I should have risked right now. Especially around wolves, that could have led to a death, but I'm getting a tiny bit over-aggressive in this playthrough. Oof! It hurts. Yeah, I bet you don't feel good. That was a little unfortunate right there. Was definitely not the plan. Alright, so in order to avoid that wolf, I was going to go straight through there, but since we got like a wolfy friend on that side, I'm going to have to cut back this way. I know, but we actually didn't lose as much status from that as I thought we were going to lose. I'm glad we didn't sprain an ankle, though. That would have been problematic. Not trying to have my ankles broken right this second. I'm going to grab as many sticks as I possibly can on the way. Sticks are one of the few fire resources that are renewable. They come back every 2 to 3 days. And so don't worry about picking up sticks and stuff like that. If you can come back home with like a load of like 25 sticks every single time and just pile them up until you have like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of sticks inside of your shelter, it's a good thing. That's a good play, actually. That's a really, really good play because it means you don't have to use the more expensive fire resources in order to get things done. I believe that I know where I am right now. And sometimes you just gotta believe hard enough. You just gotta believe. Kick, kick, punch. Punch, block, pose. No more sheer falls today, would you? I would prefer for it not to go that way. I think we gotta go further to the left. I think. Thing in this direction if we're trying to get to the Hunter's Refuge. There's some really, really good loot in the Hunter's Refuge. The Hunter's Refuge is honestly one of the best loot locations in the game if you're playing on Stalker. That and bunkers are the two that are really, really useful. On Interloper, you can find bunkers. I've found them before. Like, they... Of course you did. Alright, we'll take some painkillers for that real fast. There we go. Heal it up real quick because I'm not trying to spend my time. Like, there's lots of wolves around, all right? And I don't want to look wounded in front of them. I'm trying to look tough right now so that they won't mess with me. I think this is the hill that we're looking for right here. We're getting kind of close to the edge of the map, which is where the Hunter's Lodge is. But if you're looking for an easy way to get to the Hunter's Lodge, all you got to do is come out of there. So come out of the ski lodge, go all the way down the train tracks until you get to the zone that's going to zone you into... I don't know if I should be messing with rabbits right now until I find my way. But anyways, go all the way from the ski lodge to the zone that goes into the Forlorn Muskeg. But stop when you get there and then just follow the map boundary with it on your left. And you'll eventually see smoke going up into the air. When you see smoke going up into the air, that's the Hunter's Lodge. That's the way that I personally find it. That's the way, I find it. That's the way, I find. You tried to get me jammed up right there. You see, I'm still sick. It tried to get me jammed up. I'm working all the stuff out of my system. That's usually a sign to me that you're getting better, is that all the stuff that's been clogging up your lungs starts to come out and get knocked loose. Instead of you just like coughing with nothing happening, you start coughing, you actually start getting something. I know it's gross to talk about, okay? But we're all humans here. We're all humans here. Is there a dead deer inside of here by any chance? No. No, we didn't get the dead deer. All right, well, this is a decent location for us to hunt rabbits anyways. There's always rabbits out from behind this place. And if you go back and over there to the left, there's always rabbits too. And so two really, really good hunting zones if you're looking for bunny furs so that you can make bunny hats or anything else out of associative bunny parts. Let's go inside and we'll get ourselves all settled in. We'll get warmed up. Our condition is actually dropping off pretty severely right now. Unfortunately, we got kind of trapped up. So we got a can opener. We got a wilderness kitchen book. We've got a tin of sardines. We've got a safe here. Okay, so we had 29. Oh, 30. Okay, so we had 30. 16. Come on, be close. 30, 16. No whammy, stop. Should be soon. Apparently, we're going round the horn, y'all. There you go. 30, 16, 3. Anything good? Summit soda and a thin wool sweater. The thin wool sweater is not actually as terrible as it sounds. Decent piece of equipment. I'll see if there's anything we can swap it out for and actually get a passive bonus here. I'm pretty sure it goes instead of plaid shirts and stuff like that. So it's actually considerably better than both of the things that we're wearing, which are basically 1 for 1. So we can swap out either one that you want to swap. I would put the wool layer on the inside, and I would put probably the hoodie on the outside, just in case. It does actually take into account in this game. It's kind of like a minor system that's not really referenced much, but the game does take into account internal and external systems, in case you were wondering about that. I don't have any cloth right now. Is there any cloth laying around? I'm going to have to do a repair sesh pretty soon, but for the moment, we're actually kind of clothless. See, this is what I get. I took like 10 cloth, and I threw it into my stash because it was using up a bunch of our weight. And now I'm over here actually needing cloth, and I can't find it anywhere. What is that, a hacksaw? I don't really need a hacksaw. It's just extra weight. I already have a hacksaw, so I'm probably just going to leave it there for a minute. Oh, a storm lantern.
Could end up being useful.
That will definitely end up being useful. That'll 100% be useful. Check the backpack real quick. Spend a minute breaking this down so we can get our warmth back. Oh, we're dehydrated as well. I didn't even realize. Okay, well, let's resolve that. I'm going to see if I can hunt some bunnies real fast. The bunny, whoa, I hunt the bunny. I don't want the deer or the wolf, just the bunny. We'll see if they're back here. It's possible we may have to walk somewhat further, though. There they are. I was going to say, I knew they'd be around here somewhere. I knew that it was supremely unlikely that we had no bunny spawns at our first arrival. Oh, he's trying to juke me right now. You see that? He's trying to juke me. He's trying to break my ankles. All right, bunny, sorry. It's not personal. It's just that I'm really, really hungry right now. And bunnies allow me not to lean on my packaged resources.
I'm gonna have to leave something behind.
Good. 2 bunnies for dinner. The other thing that you want to look around for in this location is sometimes there's saplings on that little hill right there. Sometimes there's saplings a little bit further up the hill. We do need maple saplings. Right now we've got a bunch of birch saplings that are all curing over at our hideout. But for the moment, unfortunately, we're going to need a little bit more. What is that, a backpack? Oh, I thought that was like a tree stump or something. Weird. I mean, I wouldn't turn down at all another, I wouldn't turn down another wool sweater or something like that. That would actually be pretty helpful. If we get 2 wool sweaters on the inside layer, and then on the outside layer, we get like a Mackinaw coat and then a ski jacket over the top of that, we'll be as ready as you can be for Interloper off the stuff that you can find. I'm actually probably going to make an outdoor fire right here to get these rabbits ready for market. And then once the rabbits are all good and ready, we'll cook them up. We'll get our dinner rocking, and I think we're going to be set up for a pretty good evening. Any evening where I've got stuff to eat is okay by me. I just don't like going hungry if I can help it. I also don't like diving into like my beef jerky rations. Those are for special occasions only, and we're coming up on the New Year's. We're coming up on the New Year's. By the time you guys see this video, it'll probably be well after New Year's, and then people in the comments will be like, but wasn't New Year's like 5 days ago? Exactly. Exactly. I pre-record because it helps me have this little thing called a day off every week. We are going to have to make a fire. Should probably process these rabbits outside instead of inside. Like, I don't want to end up with cabin fever. I don't know what day we're on. Hold on. Let me go back inside real fast, and I'll check and see what day we're on right now. Because you can't get cabin fever for the first week. Oh, we're well past that. Okay. So, yeah, we probably want to do this outside then. How many sticks do I have right now, out of curiosity? 25 sticks. It's going to depend if the wind changes direction on us. If the wind changes direction on us, it's going to be problematic. Yeah, let's get our temperature meter back up real fast. And after we get the temperature meter back up, see how long this takes first. I just don't want to be indoors too much. So, like, let's just take, like, the meat off this thing. That's getting us there, though. How long is the hide going to take? An hour? How long is the gut going to take? 30 minutes? 30 minutes will probably get us there, and then we'll do the other one outside. Or at least we'll do the rest of it outside so that we don't get cabin fever. It's a risk. You got to watch out for it. What I would do is you got to keep an eye on inside. Let's see here in your afflictions menu. What you'll get is you'll get a thing that's like a warning right here. After a little bit, you get a pop-up on screen about it, too. You'll get a warning. And if the warning, you know, ticks down to a certain amount of hours spent indoors, you'll get cabin fever. It's not a massive concern. It's just an annoyance that I don't feel like dealing with most of the time. I'll be honest with you. It's just an annoyance, that's all. Harvest that up real fast. Actually, the temperature's pretty good right now. Like, it's surprisingly not miserable right now. Normally, it's much more miserable than this. Canadians, is this your experience of winter? I've never had a winter like this because where I live, it doesn't snow, like, ever. The altitude's too low. We're right next to the ocean. And so, like, something tells me we're not going to be able to... Is there wind right now? I can't tell. Let me not trap myself in a corner here. Let me light up our torch. Cool. And because we have a torch, we just have to add an extra step into the whole lighting process. And we will light with the torch. 80% chance of success, and it goes faster than matches, so that's nice. That way, if we fail, at least, like, retrying doesn't cost us, like, another 3 to 4 to 5 minutes of sitting here waiting for a meter to fill up. Come on, buddy. I believe in you, pal. You can do this, friend. Perfect. We will add some books because they're too heavy. There you go. So the books have been knocked out. What we want to do right now is we'll save that torch for later. And then we just stab it right into our abdomen. That's how we put it out because we're a manly man, okay? Somebody told me they added, so this right here, I knew about it to do the rabbit cooking. The reason I didn't use it is because old habits die hard. That wasn't a thing until the most recent patch, and so normally you had to drop it out of your inventory and then put it onto here, but they changed it with this patch. Did a wolf seriously try to run up on me right here? I've never seen a wolf come this far in before. Crazy.
If I can drop any of this gear.
Not worried about it because, you know, I have a fire, and wolves have a massive phobia of the flame. Man's great fire and all that. You know. Oh, yeah, dude, there's a wolf over here. I've never seen a wolf come this close to the Hunter's Lodge before. Weird. Alright, well, I guess we'll just eat dinner right now. Get a little bit of wolf meat up inside of me. Or, I'm sorry, rabbit meat. This is not wolf meat. This is rabbit meat. There is a distinct difference between the two. Good. That'll have us filled up for a little bit. It's not perfect, but it's enough. It's enough, Nerd Castle. It's enough. Let's holster that real fast so that we're not carrying it around with us. We're pretty tired, actually, so I think we may... I think I've got, like, one cloth on me. I think a good use of our time might be to... I think we've got a really busted pair of pants right here. We might try to repair that. We've got a little bit of time to kill anyway, so we might as well be proactive. I can't go to bed this early, so there you go. That bumped those up to 41%. It's going to need a lot more repairs, but I saw the patches and whatnot on them, and I was like, well, maybe I should do that, like, right now. You know? Let's dive into bed real fast. Yay. My favorite part of the day. The part where I get to stop existing for 10 hours. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me for another episode of The Long Dark and our little Interloper tutorial. I hope it has been helpful to you as a new player. Interloper appears to have been nerfed in this patch. It does seem a lot easier to me than it used to be. Then again, maybe we're just having a really lucky run. But I've never found as many matches in Interloper or as many good things so quickly in Interloper as I did on this playthrough. That has led me to believe that maybe there's been some tweaks made. Just maybe.
Food.
Anyways, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thank you for stopping on in. Take care. And how you do, everybody?